welcome to my first Flosstube video. I'm Saki from Crafting in Motion. I do surface pattern design, digital art, and crafts. This channel is specifically targeted towards crafting. I've been wanting to do Flosstube since I started cross stitching back in June, but I figured my first finish would be a great way to start off this series. So this is my first ever cross stitch finish. This is uh water. I called it water starters. So it starts with Squirtle, War Turtle, and then Blastoise. I do have this one I'm working on right now, which is a grass Pokemon version. And I do have the fire one too that I would like to stitch as a trio for a charity auction that is going on in December. So I was super excited to get this one finished. This is on 14 count Ada. I have a genetic disease that does cause some shaking occasionally. So working on larger counts is definitely really helpful to me. And I feel like the finished product has a really nice look as well. I will be experimenting with smaller squares, so larger counts, I guess. But yeah, new cross stitcher, and I'm super excited to be chatting with you all today. The way I'm gonna do this, since I don't really have like any great background or neutral background to show myself on, I will either just take videos of me working on a piece and add pictures on screen, or maybe eventually I will add a face camera to those. But for now, for a simple start, I figured that just doing a voiceover over some work would be a good way to get things started. I do have quite a bit of work in progresses, and I've been really loving stitching. And if I want to get two more of these done before December, I need to get to it. I need to do around 700 stitches on one or the other, whether it's the grass or fire. I get them done for my early deadline to make sure everything is ready for the auction. Before we get started, I would like to say that every pattern that I will be mentioning that is still available will be linked in the description below. Also, if you're interested in chatting while I'm streaming cross stitch, I am a streamer on Twitch. You can find me as Saki Desjardins. Also, in the description below, I am trying to stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and let's get to it. All right, so I took notes. I hope you're ready. I currently have 9 whips and 11 projects to start, for which I already have what I need, and am just waiting on a good time to get it started. So, for the projects I have to start, out of 11, 5 of them are test stitching for my own collabs and patterns I'm creating because I want to make sure to get them to a really high quality before people can try them. So I did just get this morning Onihime by Margaret Morales on Heaven and Earth Designs. I am going to try this one on I think I ordered a 22 count, which is quite smaller than I usually do, but I'm really curious to see how it works. I'm really intrigued to see what kind of result I can get, and it is a massive pattern. I have 5 of my own designs, which I will be showing probably in another video, just so we can take some time to check out those new designs I'm on. I also have a watercolor Yoshi. There is the fire version of my charity cross stitch, which I have not started but have to really shortly. I also have a neon Charmander, a neon Pikachu, and one tarot inspired one that's a the shit stirrer in shades of green and black. with a witch stirring a cauldron, which I think is really great. So those are the ones I am planning to start soon. So let's get to the whips. First, we have the grass Pokemon. So far, I am 18.88% done with this one. This is the one you can see me working on right now. I have 1,813 stitches done on this one. I have a pretty hard deadline for around November 20th for this one to make sure it has enough time to be set up in the auction. So you will definitely be seeing a lot of progress on this one and the fire version in the coming weeks. Next, I have one that I like to call Gothic Raven. Gothic Raven has a higher percentage of completion, but it's because I chose a almost black navy fabric for it because it's a really dark piece. I figured I would skip the black stitches as much as I can. So it currently shows at 42.19% and 31,393 stitches. But as I said, most of them are black stitches that I marked as done for the sake of time and spending those 30,000 stitches on other projects. Next, we have Year of the Snake. This one I am doing on a bright red Ada, which is quite fun actually. It's really nice to play with vibrant fabrics. This one is 11.16% done, and I have 6,693 stitches. Next up, we have this lovely hummingbird with flowers. This one is actually my first ever cross stitch star. I worked on it, hated everything I did, and did not realize at that time that stitches going in the same direction are actually quite important. So I ended up starting it again, and right now I'm at 7.82% and 929 stitches. I am currently playing a cross stitch Monopoly with some Twitch friends, and this is the piece I have to work on before my next turn. So there will definitely be some progress on that in the coming weeks. Next, we have a seasonal pattern, which is these white pumpkins with autumn colored flowers. I think it's really a gorgeous piece for the fall, and I have really been loving working on this one. The most challenging part is really that I chose a light beige Ada, and the white pumpkins do happen to be quite light beige. So I do a lot of beige on beige stitching, which is sometimes a bit more challenging, but I am convinced that the final look of this one is going to be incredible. And it's cool to have a seasonal piece I can work um, on and off with my other deadline. It's more of a chill piece I do for fun for myself. So I've really been loving this one. Next, I have this pattern, which is this lavender lamp. Honestly, I could have easily not mentioned this one in this Flosstube. Actually, it was not yet started, but I did have a charity challenge on my Twitch, which was basically do a different project every 10 minutes for 2 hours. And this happened to be one project I worked on for a whopping 10 minutes. Right now, there is barely anything done. I am at a fantastic 0.20%, and I have 37 stitches done on this. Impressive, I know. Next, we have this watercolor Flying Mario pattern. This one I have worked on the most in terms of hours, and I am really excited about how it's turning out so far. I am currently at 38.30% and 21,963 stitches. This is really the one I've been spending the most time on. Uh, it would have been the initial auction piece I would have liked to do, but I realized that as a brand new stitcher aiming to complete a 60K stitches in 5 months was kind of too ambitious. So I ended up putting this one a little bit on the back burner and giving myself more time to complete it, which is why I'm doing the Pokemon ones right now. Since they are about, if we count all three of them, we're about half of what the Mario cross stitch is asking in terms of number of stitches. So I've kind of cut my objective in half, and it has really relieved some stress. So this is the watercolor Mario. Next, we have again a pattern that I have decided to cheat on a little bit. Um, this one I call Colorful Tiger. It's vibrant colors, super gorgeous threads on black. And I decided I was not super interested in stitching 80,000 black stitches, so I got Black Ada instead. So I do not again have like how many actual stitches that I do, but I'm quite early on. But Pattern Keeper does show at 52.35% or 86,185 stitches. Uh, I have basically 100K collar stitches to do on this one, so I am far from them. Last but not least is Floral Fox. This one is absolutely gorgeous. Um, it's not too big. The pattern was just perfect for a person near and dear to my heart. So I am actually making this one as a gift. So I'm super excited um, to see this done before that person's birthday. And so far, I'm at 46.68% or 7,003 stitches. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking to the end of my first Flosstube. I hope you enjoyed, and I am really excited to start out in this community of Flosstube people. Um, so yeah, I do aim to have quite a few new project starts in the next weeks, and I will for sure do at least one of these a month. But since I do have quite a bit of time to stitch, um, I do think it may be a twice a month or every week, depending on what I have to say. I am wanting to do some maybe stitch and chat or just lo-fi music while I stitch something. I'm not quite sure exactly what direction I want to go, but if any of you would have any suggestion on things you would like to see, please let me know. I'm super open to suggestions, and I would absolutely love to hear what you all would like to see from this channel. Note that I also do paint by number and diamond painting, and I will probably do content around those crafts as well. But I think that is all for now. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Please consider subscribing if you're interested in seeing more chill, cozy vibes like this. And I will catch you guys in the next one.